Yes, you are the first. And Orbiting Pot, you are the second. All right, here we go, folks. So, I actually, Kai told me to update this deck and not play Cunning Wishes. So we are going to play Kai's official updated version of this deck, which I believe was an extra effect, no Cunning Wishes, and I believe it was like 2 duresses. I think that was the list. Doesn't this end today? I hope not. Well, if it does, I gotta finish it by today, and I'll definitely do that. He also said you could potentially add a land, which is certainly possible. But, you know, we'll keep it 60 cards. Does the fact that we're playing Flashback instead of Modern mean you're not going to... I'm going to Vegas, but I'm probably just doing Sealed deck, and I'm probably going to take it easy in Vegas. Also, like, I've played a bunch of Modern, like, I don't really want to play test that much, so... Let's go. Psychatog. No wish. No big deal. The thing with Cunning Wish is that it is a bit clunky. It is a bit clunky, so... Just play Dragon Stompy. I played Dragon Stompy yesterday. We went 3-0 with fires. We went 3-0 with fires. Oh my god. Let's not plug this in. One thing though, if you really notice, like, there's not a lot of removal here. 3 Chainer's Edicts, that's it. That's weird, right? That's really weird to me. The current version right now is geared so that you kind of beat up on control decks. Not especially good against aggro decks. I mean, you have Repulse, it buys you time. And Psychatog actually does a really good job of blocking as well, so... That's like your defense, Psychatog. I wonder if I should be mulliganing a hand without 2 mana cards. But we are on the play. It's always like a bird or something, turn 1. Yeah. I am... What? Like, why is Moto already doing this to me? I need to just turn off a bunch of things, I guess. Awkward! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This Tog art is the best. Come on. Is that even a question? So I feel like if my opponent plays Squirrel Nest... Okay, so it's a mongrel. It's like... so awkward because at any point my opponent can just play an opposition. So I think I don't play Psychatog here because currently it doesn't even do a great job of blocking anyways. So what I want to do here is keep up Counterspell and maybe look to Repulse Wild Mongrel at end of turn. The Togi versus the Dogi. Toge versus Doge. CFB Saltmarsh. This might be a Squirrel Nest. I kind of want to counter Squirrel Nest. Next turn, I mean, I can go Psychatog with Logic up. If I counter something this turn. I mean, I'm going to repulse something this turn anyways. Repulse is so nice. I really do need to get my computer updated though. It's really just... It's a little too slow. Yeah. The new coupon is Haumph. Wait, let me take a look real quick. This is the new coupon code. Apparently they have to update it. That's the one. That's the new coupon code. So like I'm okay here discarding either Swamp or Saltmarsh. If I want to counter like opposition, for example. Which is, I think, what my opponent's probably going to try to do here. Don't really want to counter that. Like, we're just going to have to let that kind of... We're going to have to find out people before this becomes a problem, I guess. I think my opponent's, like, representing Counterspell by tapping like this. I highly doubt my opponent's going to attack me with Wild Mongrel. Look at that. Psychatog, the best defense. I can counter it. I can play Circular Logic. What I would have had to do is discard 2 cards, then play Logic with Madness off the Tog. So I could have countered it. But I don't know what the deal is. Like, what has happened? Should I just turn off my Skype? Is that taking up too much memory? Like, I do have, like, a bunch of windows open. Guess I'll turn off Facebook. Like, so here I don't really care about the Mongrel. I think I might just want to bounce, like, a Squirrel. Why not, you know? Just to draw a card. Like, if my opponent wants to counter a Repulse, so be it, right? I'm not going to hide over this either. It adds a card to my graveyard, too. This Duress is pretty nice. I think I do want to use it here. I think there's, like, a pretty good chance that my opponent has a counterspell here. Here's a question. If my opponent counterspells, what do I do? You know? Do I just let the counterspell resolve? It's a Factor Fiction. Is it crazy to let Fact resolve? I mean, they have to have another counter here, right? They do. I mean, they have 4 counterspells and 3 logics. I mean, I can lapse the Factor Fiction. If I think my opponent has a counterspell, I can lapse the Factor Fiction and then Circular Logic it when they cast it again. Now, I mean, yeah, this is interesting to see if my opponent's going to let this resolve. Like, obviously I can't Logic right now because I only have 2 cards in my yard. The thing is, my opponent could just get, like, a bunch of creatures, which would make it annoying. Alright, let's take a look at the stack. This is classic Magic right here. Oh, yeah. I don't think my opponent realized that I can pay for the logic. Circular logic is not just a counterspell. Oh, I guess they were just doing it just to do it. Yeah, I'm on the coast. Okay. Alright. I mean, at least they have nothing. And we can logic the Haumph now. We do need to draw a card draw effect. So yeah. Why is this so laggy? Oh my goodness, this is tilting me. Psychatog is good, but again, I want to find... Oh. I was like, I need a card draw. Alright, Factor Fiction. Oh, yes! I'm going to take Factor Fiction and 2 cards. Whatever those 2 cards are. Or I'll take double Haumph, but I don't think my opponent's going to do that. So, I'll take Factor Fiction and 2 cards. I think. Ooh, Factor Fiction Memory Lapse is also pretty good. In case my opponent draws opposition. Ah, this is actually kind of interesting. Maybe the Memory Lapse is better. Like, the only card that I'm really scared of... I want the land for the upheaval line. The only danger here is if my opponent top decks opposition. Land is good. I mean, land repulse is good. All right, fine. Let's just go with the value line here. This gets us closer to upheaval and just hope he doesn't draw it. You know he's just going to play opposition here. You just know that's what's going to happen. Right. Look at this. Kill a squirrel, draw a card. Repulse OP. So I'm going to go for the upkeep Haumph here. If my opponent has a counterspell. I at least tap their mana on their turn. But they have to have exactly counterspell. Logic doesn't do it. Why does my opponent keep doing this? It does nothing. I guess, well, to be fair, I mean, they could draw... they could draw opposition this turn, I guess. I'll take logic. I'll take logic land. Well, you're going to give me 3 cards with the logic? I'll take logic land. Gives me insurance. Can I start attacking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 6, 14. I'm gonna start attacking. Huh? All right. I'll take it. Maybe I should have main phase Repulse, actually. Just to, like, if I draw another card draw effect. Squirrel Nest equals Mazerdiff? Yeah. I'm not even close to... I mean, I guess my opponent's afraid of, like, a Factor Fiction. Alright, well, unless we draw, like, 3 spells in a row, this is totally fine. Yep. So we played a land this turn, so I kind of want to wait on that, actually. Also, we don't actually have to go for the kill here. We don't have to go for upheaval. We just kill them with Psychatogs. That was guess. That was guess. Oh yeah, the nest keeps the creature tapped. That's right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, should I even go for upheaval here? We're so far ahead on board. We might just be able to get away with... I mean, no, upheaval does just seal the game, though, right? Like, we have 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 mana. Upheaval costs 5. We get to float 3, and we can play Tog, and that just ends the game. Oh, I guess let's at least get in for some amount of damage here with the Psychatogs. Like, this is probably going to eat a squirrel and something. Maybe a bird? Whoa! No blocks. Do we have lethal? If we keep Counterspell in hand, we have 1, 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus... No, we don't have lethal. But, might as well discard... this.
Now put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up.
I'm gonna have like too many cards in hand, so might as well just discard some stuff. I want the Edict though. Okay, we'll go for 4 damage. Wow, that was an F6. All right. And that's game! Upheaval Psychatog, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright. So is it just me or is Chainer's Edict like pretty underwhelming here? I mean, what do I want? I certainly want, like... I think I want, like... Teferi's Response, that's a good one. Recoil is fine. As you can get Squirrel Nest. That's 2 ways to counter Squirrel Nest. Do I want Gain? Slay is okay. Ghastly Demise seems good. Oh, Hibernation is probably good. Can maybe cut duress. Do I want Gainsay? Actually, is Slaven good? Like, it gets the 1 mana creature. They have like 2 Arrogant Worms. I mean, they can play Call of the Herd too. Gainsay count. Gainsay count. Nah, I don't think Gainsay is necessary. Chiminea, thank you very much for the sub.
Psychatog is my favorite deck and Paul my favorite streamer. CF bonds up.
Look at you, you're living the dream. Favorite deck, favorite player. You never side on Cunning Wishes? Well, arguably the greatest Magic player of all time does not like playing Cunning Wishes in this list. So you can go talk to him. They're not... Well, the question is Gainsay better than just like playing a card like Memory Lapse? Not me. This is Kai. Kai. Obviously not me. What 2 cards should I cut? I'm looking at like maybe a Deep Analysis, maybe a Memory Lapse. Maybe one of these sideboard cards. I mean, I guess I could do this and just go try the Cunning Wishes if you really want. Alright, I'll try the Cunning Wishes. Just cook 2 Psychatogs? I don't think I should do that. It literally blocks everything. Like, they can't attack me unless they have opposition in play. If I have a Psychatog. Oh my god. Nausea. The best nausea of all time. Am I pronouncing it right, or is it nausea? It might actually be nausea. English is not my first language, so... I'm sure you guys can tell. Nausea. But if it's nausea, then why don't they call it ad nauseum? Alright, I'm done. You pronounce it shrivel? Yeah, that's easier. That's way easier. Wild Mongrel. I wonder if my opponent attacks me with Baskin Root Walla. Yeah, okay. I think this is getting countered, but... Gainsay! Maybe I should board in duress, I don't know. Could Ghastly Demise, but I think I just want to get both of these on board. Whew! They have no real way to get these off the board. Of course, my opponent can just drop an opposition here, but I can pick off some of these creatures. My opponent doesn't have a ton of pressure. This is a good opportunity to jam opposition if they have it, though. Tap down my stuff. Yeah. I'm very glad that I have these two familiars on the board. Huh? Oh my god. Teferi's response. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh, this is so good. Oh, is that why my opponent's tapping down my creatures? Yeah, that does make sense, actually. I'm just gonna kill one of the birds. Oh, I'll cast Fact. Aura of Death, thank you very much for the subscription.
Paul.
4 cards is mighty tempting. I'll take it. Like, this makes it so that it's actually pretty hard for my opponent to lock my lands down with opposition. I just play a land every turn. And I'm also just drawing a bunch of cards. And I already have a Cunning Wish. Don't know, like, my opponent's tapping down my familiars. I don't, it's weird. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Why are you not tapping down lands? No, but he was doing that in the last turn. Here we go. Yes. This is great. What to bounce now, though? So they have 3 cards in hand. If they draw an island and play opposition, they can tap 3 things. I can bounce Bird of Paradise. Yeah, I'm going to do that. To make it so they can't cast opposition. Things are looking very good now. Huh. So here, let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 mana. Opposite upheaval costs 5 mana. So I have 1 mana. That's not great. Chip damage for the win. Keeping the other one back so I can maybe block the root wall. Although maybe I should have attacked with both. Like, my opponent can't really attack me with Psychatog in play. Yeah, I probably should have just attacked with both. So they're keeping up logic, huh? That's fine. Next turn we get to Upheaval Tog. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, yeah. Yeah, this Tog deck is absurd. Come on. Alright, Scrollness resolves. Reprint Upheaval? No. This is... Don't reprint Upheaval. Four, then I have 3 mana. So, I guess just 3 damage. Do I want to discard anything else? Everything else seems pretty... I could discard the Colosseum, probably. So we can go... Familiar, Island, Tog. Discard this. And this. Why not exile cards from my graveyard? I mean, I can just do that whenever I go for lethal off my turn, right? I mean, my opponent gets a little bit of value here. But again, next turn, Basking Root Wall is probably going to chump Psychatog. Oh, he forgot to cast it. What? Oh, that's... I mean, he was dead anyways. I have Lapse in Logic too. God, this Tog deck. All the answers. Although... I mean, what do you guys think? Like, I'm currently playing without the Wish plan, but I could board into the Wish plan. Is that reasonable? There are matchups where I think this is a little too clunky. So, we're doing this, but, I mean, in matchups where you want all of these bullets and you want 3x of them, I can see boarding in 3 Wishes. The thing is, there's a lot of control decks, so main deck Duress is actually pretty good. But, I don't know. Mono Black control was rough? I thought Mono Black was okay. At least game 1. Undead Gladiator is, I guess, kind of annoying. Do. Play Mono Black. Okay. I mean, it's going to eat a removal spell, but then we can maybe play Tog, although I don't know if I actually want to do that. Smother. They just have so many ways to kill Psychatog. Oh, we'll find out here. First of all, this mono black deck doesn't have Addle or Persecution or Phyrexian Arena, and it plays one Mirari. So maybe that list you're talking about was hard for Tog, but that's not the version of mono black that's currently being played. The hell is this? Oh wow. Really, you don't want to use this to cycle through your stuff, huh? I don't think this is gonna kill me. So this is a good opportunity to resolve Deep Analysis. The reason being, once they hit 5 mana, it's a lot more dangerous because they can Mind Sledge you or cast Mirari. So I didn't cast anything else because I have the ability to play Memory Lapse plus Counterspell here if I want. I don't mind taking 3 damage. And I can just flashback Deep Analysis next turn. Do I want to cast Deep Analysis or just Psychatog? I'm thinking. Let's see, we're going to have 6 mana in play. Is my opponent going to attack me again? I don't think playing the Tog is great here. Alright, you attack me this turn, I am 100% blocking. Go ahead. Attack me. Now the question here is, do I let Visara resolve? It's a strange question. Do I just counter it? I'm just like afraid of Mind Sludge, but I think I counter it. It's still a pretty big threat. Like, the thing is, I'm not casting Upheaval next turn. I'm gonna play Deep and Out. Ugh, God! Go! Basically, all I want to do now is just get a handful of counters. Are you gonna Hunting Echoes me? They could Mind Sludge into Hunting Echoes, I guess. I mean, there's only a handful of cards that's like really punishing here. Haunting Echoes is not really one of them, sure. Although, I guess I don't have any more memory lapses and counter spells, so I only have Circular Logics. Alright. Well, they have one card in hand. I guess I hope it's not an Innocent Blood. I don't think I'm playing Fact or Fiction because I'm just playing Upheaval. Jesus. Feels weird discarding Fact or Fiction. Again, my opponent had exactly one card that can potentially kill Psychatog. So if they don't have Innocent Blood, then I think they die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh no, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ah! We're one short. Yeah. Maybe I should have just milled cards with Fact or Fiction. I actually ended up costing myself the game potentially here. We should have fought to do more damage. I agree. So I have the choice here between Duress and Nightscape Familiar. If my opponent has exactly Smother, then I want to play Duress. But if my opponent has Chainer's Edict, I want to play Nightscape Familiar. This prevents more top decks. Also, this is better in terms, like, if my opponent has Smother, it sucks. But this allows me to play Fact or Fiction next turn, which is pretty good. Yeah. Alright. So my opponent's going to bring in Nantuko Shades, so I should definitely keep in the Chainer's Edicts. The Cunning Wish Plan isn't especially good because there's not really anything good to get here. There's like Recoil, which, I don't know. None of these are especially good. I think I just want to go up to 4 Duress. And, maybe cut 2 Repulse. I like having permanent answers to the Nantuko Shade. And Repulse doesn't necessarily do that. Recoil, I mean, they're not playing Underworld Connection, so I don't really see too many things I want to recoil. I'm playing this, again, this gives me like 5 answers to an Nantuko Shade. They also have Undead Gladiator, and if they can try to be aggressive and get me that way. Repulse is not terrible because sometimes it can protect your creatures from removal. But I think I want to keep the Chainer's Edicts in. They just have so many bad cards. Like, they're going to board out Mutilate, for example. They have so many bad cards that I think they might just go up to 4 Nantuko Shades and possibly 2 or 3 Visara. Definitely the third Skeletal Scrying and the second Mind Sledge come in as well. I'm not going to board out. Board that out. I'll keep it, sure. Turn 2 Shade right here. It's coming. Turn 2 Shade. No? Alright. I want it to seem smart, but yeah. Undead Gladiator. It's happening. Oh god, these logics are kind of bad right now. I drew 3 lands in a row. Right? Yeah, not good. Jeez. These are not ideal draws. Like, what if my opponent just goes turn 5 Mind Sludge? I guess I should have played the Colosseum to prepare for that. Yeah. Yay! I think in this matchup, you're not really supposed to play out naked Psychotogs. I'm going to counter this. Oftentimes, they'll get something like a Bulk Offers, which you can't counter. Alright, now, I mean, we get to play around, like, obviously if my opponent has Mutilate, it's kind of annoying, but this gives me a little bit of removal protection. Also, if we get Mind Sledge, it's not too bad. Yeah. Okay. My opponent's hand was just like mono removal. 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I want to just play out Upheaval. Might cast it now because my opponent's probably getting something like a Skeletal Scrying or something. Like, if they Cabal Therapy Chainer's Edict, it's not even... It's whatever, right? And I don't think they're getting a Duress because they know 2 of the cards in my hand. So I think this is like an okay opportunity... Oh, well, I could, I guess, do this and just figure out what they're working with. They did cast Tutor, so I'm assuming they have... Okay. Okay. All right. So clearly not to Corrupt. It's Haunting Echoes or Mind Sludge. I think this is an Upheaval turn. Haunting Echoes is more dangerous. Like, I can probably play around Mind Sludge somehow. Like, Haunting Echoes means I just lose my win conditions. Right? Alright, my opponent has a Mind Sludge in hand. Corrupt Mind Sludge. Coffers. I'd rather just have all lands. All right, we're starting all over. Oh, yes. And I'm going to do this now because my opponent can draw their own duress. I want to get that Mind Sludge anyways. Ooh. They do have a lot of mana. Now I'm feeling kind of foolish for discarding the Chainer's Edict. Because if my opponent plays another threat, it's not great for us. Duress me. Yeah! I mean, discarding Chainer's Edict, I'm so smart. So smart. Yeah, my draw wasn't insane, but I mean, I would say it was okay. Like, that upheaval was big. And we had some timely duresses. I'm gonna Coliseum. River. Island. Gladiator time. Discarding coffers. I guess they're really digging for answers here. I guess they can just play. Like, but playing Gladiator on when I have no familiar on the board is also really loose. But like, oh, they're just gonna like therapy me or something. All right. Well, I need to just cast whatever I hit off Fact or Fiction, I guess. I'm just gonna take the bigger pile. They have the therapy anyways. I really need to find Psychatog. Do I know my opponent's hand? Like, do I want to duress them here? I just don't remember. I mean, they had a bunch of swamps. Like, why would they play down that Gladiator? Setting up a therapy for next turn is my guess to resolve a big spell. So I'm going to go for Duress. I think they have a big card in hand. Maybe Hunting Echoes? I know one of the cards is Coffers. Oh. Okay, never mind. It was just Coffer Swamp. So they can go like Coffer's Edict me, but then I can just repulse. I can just repulse the Familiar. How many Chainer's Edicts do they have? All right. Well. Oh my god. When am I gonna find my other Psychatog? that's the card that we know about. I am going to play Fact or Fiction. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, we didn't find Psychatog. I'm so lucky. I mean, I have therapy. They have therapy in the yard. I'm gonna go with pile 2. If I take the counterspell stack and he therapies counterspell, he just takes 2 cards. Man, this is... I'm lagging. I'm lagging. Alright, so we have access to 2 mana counters here. So if my opponent therapies me, I'm just going to let it resolve. Alright, here we go. Oh, I guess they could name Psychatog, but it's hard for me to imagine them doing that instead of just naming Counterspell. Alright, now we're in a good spot. See, that's the thing. My opponent wanted to get aggressive with Gladiator. It's like, I think it was way better to use the Undead Gladiator to find threats instead of just trying to beat me down for 3. You know what I mean? Because I just outcarded my opponent. And my opponent had the potential for lots of mana there with the coffers. I mean, maybe that's still too slow and I still ended up having too much gas, but... Alright, 2-0 versus 2-0. Let's do this. Okay, we're going to Molly. We have 24 lands, you know, 24 lands. Fine. Fires. Not a great hand against fires. I think this deck's actually like not that bad. We went 3-0 with the fires deck yesterday. It's got some mana denial. It's got giant beefy dudes. Did my opponent just not bring in Mantuko Shade? Is that what happened? The thing is, this version of Tog has very little removal, so... Like, fires is annoying. But my opponent didn't have fires, but this might be a Blastoderm. Yeah. Psychatog is not blocking this Blastoderm anytime soon. So I'd rather just run out the familiar. Gives myself a I don't get to use all my mana this turn, but it gives me a discount next turn on some stuff. I guess I could have also sequenced it where I go Tog into Deep Now. This might just be FTK. Oh, I guess there's also the chance of this happening. The thing is, playing a Psychatog and getting it Flame Tongue covered is also pretty bad. So is the Screen of Death. This is what I like to call it. Alright, well, you got FTK, you got FTK, man. This prevents some damage. Although if they had FTK, they might have used it last turn, actually. I mean, if my opponent wants to sack fire, so be it. I'm not flashing back Edict anytime soon. Bobsy, thank you very much. I think I'd rather just pay the 2 to flashback deep analysis and try to find a counterspell or something. Oh. 2 more damage. I'm gonna have to discard Repulse to keep it alive. Yeah, it seems worth it. All right, I'm at 1. 1 is not 0. We're so dead. So that's what they drew this turn, so they have nothing. They're going to tap down Assault Marsh, probably. I'm going to keep these cards in my hand. Okay, my opponent's not drawing anything, but my logic is looking worse and worse. But this Tog might get close to being lethal. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, that's 11. All right, I'm gonna pass. That was a really, really good draw. Now I can Haumph and then logic what they play. Okay, so they clearly drew something here. This is a threat. If they have it, they're probably going to play it. Thornscape Battlemage kills us. Fire Ice kills us. Fires of Yavimaya also kills us. A lot of cards. Here we go. Flame Tongue Kavu. I mean, I should counter that, so... yeah. I mean, I'm taking a 3-stack here. My opponent might just go like Repulse Familiar versus... yeah, Repulse Familiar seems... huh? What? Hold on. Daryl Ayers, thank you very much for the read. I guess just Duress is a dead card. Well, it doesn't block the birds if you draw fires. Also keep in mind that they can pay for the logic. So do I want 2 familiars so that I'll have 5 cards in my yard? Right? So the question is 2 familiars better than repulse? I think 2 familiars probably is. And then again, this will put 5 cards in my yard, and my opponent can't pay for logic. I know I can discard excess. Can I take the 3 stack? The question is repulse better or worse than 2 Nightscape familiars? Right. But what's better? Repulse and land versus... I think 2 familiars is probably better. Oh, this is still super close. I mean, we're still like, there's a lot of top decks that get us, so. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. Not quite. My opponent's thinking, what if I have Factor Fiction? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It is lethal if I had Fact. Do I just run out both? Yeah. Land. No. Okay. Whew. Three, four, five, six. I mean, I'm still just attacking a Psychatog, one at a time. I like it. Oh my god, this is so close. Oh no, is this a Fire Ice? Oh. Upkeep, tap down, Cephalid Coliseum. I think I want to crack it. But, yeah, I want to crack it. So I get to basically keep like one perfect card in my hand. Okay. Okay. So 2 plus 5 is 6. So attack from 2. Can attack with this too. If my opponent activates, I can bounce with Repulse. Actually, I should have attacked with this familiar too. I should have attacked with this familiar. Oh, I only needed to tap one. I have two familiars. Punt. Punt. Yeah, that's fine. Chimeric Idol is the OG vehicle. 3 mana 3/3, by the way, tap all your lands. Or 2 mana 3/3 flyer that loots when it attacks. Or blocks. What do you guys think? Well, I don't actually have lethal Tog unless I take all the lands. I haven't played a land this turn. Just don't want to die to a burn spell. I think we have to let that resolve. Because we don't have lethal. Now the question is, do I turn this into an 8/9? If my opponent double blocks? Yeah. I mean, now we can start attacking. Like, we have another Psychatog too. Being at 1 kind of sucks. Yeah, that's why I discarded earlier. Do we have lethal? Let's see. If we discard, so this blocks here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My opponent's deciding whether or not they want Fighters of Yavimaya as an out here. Like, they can maybe just afford not to block. So the thing is, I can discard a land. I can discard both of these, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have exactly 12 damage. Because I can... Cephalid Coliseum is 2 damage. If I just draw 3, discard 3, plus Coliseum in my yard. That's 4 cards in my yard. So that's 2 damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So my opponent's just running the numbers again, just to make sure. So yeah. So I don't have to do anything. I mean, I was 1 point off of killing my opponent. Unless I found, like... Okay, my opponent's dead. Yeah, maybe I should have popped the Colosseum. You know what it was? I just felt safe. Just felt safe because I had the counterspell, but... Where do you think the advantage meter goes here? Like, who's in charge of the advantage bar? Okay, let's pop out the stupid graveyard. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. That was a crazy game. Whew! Super close. I think the mistake for my opponent might... I'm not 100% convinced that it was a mistake, but where my opponent used the Fires of Yavimaya to get me to discard like a couple of cards to the Tog, I don't know if that was good. Like, you want that Fires on board. It forces me to basically counter everything. So here is a matchup where I think Cunning Wish is a little bit slow, but I think Hibernation's good. Right? Because it's a way to bounce a Blastoderm or Saproling tokens, etc. I don't know about Recoil. Slay... Is Slay good? I mean, they have 8 mana creatures. So cards I'm considering are these cards to the right. I mean, this... What is this? It gets Thornscape Battle Mage. Is Chainer's Edict good? Do I just take out Chainer's Edicts again? I mean, it's an answer to Blastoderm. Like, it's probably fine. I think Upheaval is probably good. Oh, but they have Blood Oath. Which you have to be mindful of. The thing with Wishes in this matchup is that it's just so slow that I think it's better just to board in the cards. I don't think Ghastly Demise is that good. I don't know. No, Repulse is good. Maybe I shave 1 lapse. I'm not 100% convinced. God, this is such a painful hand. I think I keep. I mean, Psychatog again, really good job at blocking things, but if I want to counter something, I'm taking 2 damage. Yeah, I mean, maybe I wanted the Cunning Wishes. Could also play Duress, but... Like, they have some impactful cards, like Chimeric Idol, Saproling Burst, Fires of Yavimaya. But Fires comes out early. I don't know. Oh no, this is going to be good for my opponent. Port's so good. This is okay. Maybe I should have led with Colosseum. That didn't matter. Dude, that port's browning me. Maybe my opponent just has all red cards in hand. Oh wow, no Sapperling Burst. That's big. No Sapperling Burst. We get to play Psychatog next turn. Ooh. My opponent's just all mana creatures. Actually, maybe I don't play Psychatog. I mean, they might try to go for a main phase port, but I think I'd rather keep up Counterspell / Repulse. Especially with that Bird of Paradise in play. Dangerous. We've got a lot of Togs in our hand. Yeah, well, they saw it. Yeah. They're gonna play Fires or something, probably. Oh, Blastoderm, sure. Well. Ah! Really needed to dodge that red source. Man. This is going to prevent a lot of damage, so I think I'm going to discard some cards. Also, Repulse seems pretty bad here. Now, I'm not going to let it die. This is just too much tempo for my opponent. If my opponent attacks me with Blastoderm, I think I basically trade here. Yeah, I like this. It's just too much damage. So they have a bird in hand and 2 cards. Could easily be another Flame Tongue Kavu. That's a fires. Okay. They can go bird into the last card in their hand. All right, it's a little scary. So yeah, my opponent messed up. Like, they could have played the bird because it has haste. Whatever. It's a fun game, though. Fun game, you know. But I mean, look at the Psychatog just putting in so much work here. You know what I mean? Who's playing? I don't. Is this somebody? Is this somebody that I'm supposed to know? Man, Upheaval seems bad against all these mana elves. Do I want to play Salt Marsh? No. Playing another blue-black duel with port in play seems decent. Alright. Oh, second port. Ah. Good thing I played the Salt Marsh. Heard a word of bird. Alright, well, I don't think he's going to be able to stop me. Well, he might be able to, actually. Double port's kind of annoying. I guess I might as well set myself up for Upheaval at this point. We're like almost there. Also, I could also just not have exactly the card counterspell, right? I could have easily like Logic or Memory Lapse or something like that. So this card doesn't do a whole lot. Do I still counter it? I'm at 13 life. The thing is, my opponent at this point can go wide. Right? They can... Yeah, they can go wide here. Get me down to 11, attack with everything. I eat a Battle Mage. Then take 5. I go to 6. Yeah, I actually feel like it's weird, but I think I'm going to counter this. Obviously, this leaves us vulnerable to top decks. But, again, my opponent at this point can go wide because of that. And I don't want that to happen. Also, it puts an extra card in my graveyard. We're close to like using the Colosseum. Which, obviously, I'm not going to use yet until I fill up my grip. Fact or fiction? Island. My opponent drew a land. Haumph! Counterspell! Okay. I will accept Counterspell. Should I play a land for Upheaval Tog? That's the one thing I'm not sure on. Maybe I should have. Yeah. I don't know. I mean... Well, we'll see on this draw. I think last turn maybe I don't, but this turn, I mean, depending on what I draw. I think 8 is the good amount, right? 8 is the sweet spot. Once I have 8 in play, I can... This does allow my opponent to go wide. By 6. I mean, I'd have to use double logic to counter this. And then I get to use Colosseum. He's not that wide. He's pretty... Well, let's see. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, fine. Also, he doesn't know what's in my hand. How's it going, Samirian? Glad that you were able to catch the stream live. Like, I could easily have something like a Gassy Demise, which makes their attack so much worse. I mean, I do have 3 cards in hand. I mean, the way I look at it is it puts a card in my graveyard for a circular logic, so it's not like the absolute worst. Obviously, it's not great, but and it also gives me threshold, so. I'm really debating popping the Colosseum here. So one of the main points to popping the Colosseum here, it guarantees that my circular logics actually turn on. Because right now, if my opponent plays something, they have to pay 7. If I pop the Colosseum, I'm going to have 11 cards in my graveyard. I think I should pop. All right. I mean, we're looking pretty decent here. We're almost at a point where my opponent might have to start chump blocking my Psychatog, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 5, 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Land. Again, to keep upheaval as an out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I'm flashing back Chainer's Edict anytime soon. Yeah, Repulse isn't bad. Blastoderm is being countered. Whew! Alright, I'm glad we used the Colosseum because my opponent could have paid for that logic because they had access to 7 mana. No, the tweak, all you need is 8 lands in play. You cast Upheaval, play a land, play Psychatog. But yes, to have logic backup, yes. You are correct. Also, my opponent is porting me every turn, so... might need more than that, actually. These Chainer's Edicts. Destroy target Llanowar elf. Oh, man. I mean, again, the longer the game goes, we threaten lethal. We haven't drawn a card draw effect yet. It's crazy. Okay, so it's 2 big threats in a row for the opponent. Now another sapling burst and we likely die, which is unfortunate. All right, we haven't drawn a Factor Fiction yet, or Deep Analysis. Oh, I need to play faster. I only have 6 minutes, and this is only game 2. Okay. Counterspell. Okay. 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, not close. 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't flashback Edict yet. Oh my god. Actually, should I have let that resolve? Should I have let that resolve and get my opponent to attack with everything? You know, I think maybe I should... I think that was... Yeah. I actually should have let that resolve, I think. Man. That might be my mistake. That might be game-changing. I think I should have let that resolve because I have the repulse for the idol if my opponent tries to go super wide. Yeah, that was bad.
Tog hype.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 7, 14. Let's see. And then I can repulse. Okay, so I'm going to have 16 cards in yard with 2 cards in hand. Cast Factor Fiction. Take a 3 pile. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Plus 6, 14. Countering the Blastoderm was so bad. Oh my god. This is so bad. All right. I'll take Counterspell and Nightscape Familiar. Thank you very much. Whew. I should not have countered the Blastoderm. I think this is 16, so I'm going to attack. One, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. Yep. And my opponent keeps drawing chump blockers. I don't think I have lethal anymore. Should I play that land? I don't know. Don't have time to think about it though. So I can edict and repulse. Sorry, I can't think right now. I should have attacked with familiar. Oh my god! This is bad. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 7 plus 4 is 11, 12. I can repulse. All right, let's just go for the win here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. Okay, we're not even close to lethal. Okay, no more lands. 3 ports, okay. Okay, please! Alright. I don't think I have time for upheaval. I don't think I really don't think I do. What do you guys think? 5. I mean, I think I just go for this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 5, 14, 15. This is 15 damage. If I just keep attacking every turn, because I drew the counterspell. If I didn't draw the counterspell, I would play upheaval and try to go for it. I don't need to upheaval because I have the counterspell. Yeah. Yeah. You have to block. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm lagging so bad. Is my opponent gonna... I'm gonna win. Okay, no blocks. Are you serious? Is this really the time where my moto freezes? Okay. Woo! Oh my god! $12, $13. Taste it! Yes! 3060, blue-black Psychatog. Oh yeah. Oh man, that was... Dude, this was a great match though. This was actually a really good match. Psychatog was so good. So good. My opponent just couldn't attack. They had 5 creatures on the board. My Tog was just bigger than everything. Whew. Wow. That was great. 3060. No big deal. Psychatog. I think this is the best deck in the Gauntlet, in my opinion.